We're
Hey, yo,
back.
Big T. You
What
know
up,
what we,
Big
you know
C?
what us and Aerosmith have in common?
What's that?
We back in the saddle again, baby.
Back
We
in the
back
saddle
again.
again. That's right, baby. We had a
Yeah,
little hiatus, a little summer break, a little,
yeah.
little,
I was on vacation the week before, traveling Arkansas, being a
yeah,
regular Chuck Dovish, I tell you.
that's right.
Um, then you had church camp last week, getting to
Yeah,
do your passion, speaking to kids, and
that's
so
right.
that is awesome. And
Yep. And
yeah,
so we did with it, we went without, but hey, we got some stuff to talk about today. Got some, even though there's not a ton going on, there's some news to talk about, some different
there's
Razorback stuff. So
yeah.
and some catching up
And
to
plus,
do.
just you want to hear our soothing voices,
That's
and
right.
you know the best way to hear our soothing voices, Travis.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
I mean, give us a like,
That's
and
right.
then that'll get us in your algorithm.
That's
In
right.
the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? The algorithm.
Subscribe.
Subscribe,
Well, every time we do
and
one of
then they'll
these.
say, "Hey, look, here they are. Here they are.
That's right.
Look at the kids. Look at
That's
the
right.
kids. The damn near 50-year-old kids. There they are."
And
Uh,
then you can do the old sharing thing.
Share it, because you
That
know
way
what
other
sharing
people
is, Travis.
that's
Sharing's
caring.
caring.
That way other people can see how cool we are
There you go, because we're
because they
cool.
need to know
They need to
and
know.
all the
So
things. So
all
Clint,
of it.
how about we kick up the band and then we'll come back and do this thing? How about
Ooh,
you?
let's do it.
Strike up the band, boys.
1, 2, 3, 4. You ever seen a lame man walk? Ever heard a dumb man talk? Never seen a blind man see? I promise you a change his name. You ever seen a cancer dead? Ever seen all the poor get fed? Ever seen a prisoner set free? I promise you a change his name. Change his name. My Lord, change his name. Can you hear me now? Church, can you hear me now? Ever seen a broken heart made whole? Ever seen an orphan find a home? Ever seen a weak find a strength? I promise you I'll change his name. Ever seen the sick get healed? Ever seen a mystery revealed? Ever seen a dead man raised? I promise you I'll change his name.
What's up, everybody? It's time. It is time. It is time. Clint, I've missed you, man. I missed you, Big C.
I missed you too, man. I missed you too. I tell you, it is. I love my parents, and I love my grandmother, but they grew up at a time before AC.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? And so they're like, so 75, 70, 74 is comfortable to them.
oh,
It's comfortable. You know who it's not comfortable for?
you.
Me.
That's
I
right.
keep my AC like on 72 during the day. I bump that thing down to 69 at night. I keep it cool.
Keep it chill.
Yeah, I'm chill. I don't like the heat. Yeah, and it's crazy. It's crazy because I prefer working out in the heat. Like I'd rather work out
Yeah.
when it's hot.
Oh, you get a
Like I've
good
never
sweat on,
minded.
yeah.
Yeah, I never mind working out in 100-degree heat because it just. I guess because I didn't have a choice in the matter, so I guess
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why I've never minded it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, they keep it hot. But so yeah, it was. But it was fun going home seeing everybody, and so took a week off. But man, then the week after that, you had the busy week, and so
Yeah,
um,
man. I went to church camp. It's been a while since I've been to camp, so I'm not a youth pastor. I don't go to camp as much. And but I spoke to first they did two camps during the week. First Sunday through Wednesday was group of like 140 or so kids. And then on Wednesday, those kids left, and another group of about 60 or 70 came in, which works out good because I get to preach the same messages twice.
That's what I was going to say. You're going to recycle that stuff, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I just did the same thing over. And, of course, it's kind of neat because I'm talking to 4th through 6th graders. Okay, Clint. So it's almost, in a way, I got to work on my stand-up comedy in this whole deal too. Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Because, you got to work on some, to keep their attention, you got to throw in some laughs. You got to throw in some goofy stuff. And of course I use illustrations, stories. And I'm the type of preacher when I preach, I don't like get illustrations. Like sometimes I'll get like the, illustrations from someone else, but normally what I use is just life stories, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I just tell like stuff about me and, stuff I went through or whatever. And so anyway, let's face it, Clint, we've gone through some pretty funny stuff. So
we have.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was fun telling some of those stories and working on my delivery on some of those. That was always neat. And then of course the challenge of the whole thing is you're trying to be funny and you're trying to, keep their attention, because like once again, 4th through 6th graders, like,
right.
They're
not working with the deepest bunch there.
Yeah, you're not doing, they don't have a tablet in front of them, But and so I'm also trying to get a point across. And finding that balance is always the big challenge, because you don't want them just to remember the funny, but you also don't want but you got to keep their attention. Anyway, so it's a lot of fun. I love doing it, man. It's a good deal. But anyway, so yeah, it was good. The only problem was, dude, on my diet.
Yeah.
Just camp food, man. I tried to eat pretty good most of the time, but there was a couple times I didn't do well.
Yeah.
And I ate all, I wanted to hang out with the kids and stuff. So and a good time to do that's at the meal time. And so, I ate, 3 meals a day, which I'm not used to doing anymore. I'm used to eating 1.5 to 2 meals a day. But anyway, it was good though. Good week.
Good week. Yeah. That's awesome. You speaking, me and you, you said in there, me and you had some funny experiences.
Yeah, for sure.
So now this is on Facebook, I saw a thing pop by and they're talking about like historical wrestling events.
Yeah.
And me and you were there for this one. And we were talking a little bit before we went on the air. Like, you don't remember it as well as I do.
No, I don't remember the details. I remember it happened. I just don't remember the details. Yeah. I remember being there.
Barton Coliseum. So this was before Alltel Arena, Verizon Arena. I believe it's Simmons First Bank Arena now.
Yeah.
But the big arena in Little Rock downtown is where
set
all
about
the
8,000, 9,000 somewhere in there.
Yeah. So Barton Coliseum was not a nice arena.
No.
It was old. It was outdated. Like Little Rock probably needed a new arena since 1976.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was like, I remember going, because I would often go to the Sun Belt Championship game.
Yeah.
That's the Sun Belt tournament, because they would play it a lot at Barton Coliseum.
Yeah.
And I never could figure out how to get there. This was back before GPSs. Yeah. I would always get lost going to Barton Coliseum.
Oh, really? No.
Yeah. Now it's just put it in your GPS. They're like, go straight, but take a right. I mean, people couldn't describe the directions. But anyway, I digress. So WWE, WWF back then, I don't know if it's WWF or E, but they're doing a house show in Barton Coliseum. Now, here's what happened. Like, the entire thing, like, Bret Hart was debuting on Monday Night Nitro that same night.
Yeah, he was coming over from WCW, right?
Yeah. Yeah. WWE, WWF was having a show that night, but it was pre-aired. So it was on TV. So the show wasn't on TV. It was a house show. Mm-hmm. Now, they had advertised it, but some people were disappointed. So the entire show, people were just throwing trash.
Yeah, they were mad because they thought it was a live show, but it wasn't.
Yeah, they were a little bit mad, but it also was just like all the stars were there. It just wasn't a live show.
Yeah.
Which why anybody thought they broadcast live from Barty Coliseum is beyond me.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest with you, it's a television show. There's no way to. I mean,
well, let's be fair. It's the same people that think John Gruden's going to be our next coach.
Yeah,
same people.
Yeah, same people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the smartest bunch. Is that the new rumor? Is it John Gruden now? Everybody?
Well, it was there for a little while because he did that unboxing thing, that video. But he does that for like every school in the country that sends him a box.
Yeah.
But most people didn't know that. They just thought he did that for Arkansas. But anyway.
Well, people are
keep going. Yeah.
But anyway, back to this.
Yeah.
So like I remember a kid, because it's me, you, and a kid from like your youth group or something. Because what better to trusted adults to leave your child in care with than us?
To take to a wrestling event.
In Barty Coliseum, in the middle of
moral character building.
The less, I would say, one of the less desirable neighborhoods in Little Rock.
Yeah, probably the least. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's down there. So
yeah.
Yeah, so we're there. And I remember vividly the kid in front of us. I don't remember how much the program was, but I'm going to say it was $58.
Yeah.
The with inflation and everything.
With inflation, that's probably what it was.
Yeah, probably what it is. A value of $58. So the kid in front of us took the entire thing, the entire program, and ripped it up.
I remember that part, yeah.
Yeah. And then I remember The Rock wrestled The Undertaker in a casket match.
Yeah.
And fans were just throwing trash the entire time.
Yeah.
I think they were out. Choke slammed The Rock. He went in the casket. They rolled into the back.
Yeah.
At one point, Shawn Michaels comes out to honor Danny Hodge, who's a wrestling legend.
Yeah.
And the fans won't stop throwing stuff. They're throwing trash the entire time.
Very Arkansas thing, yeah.
And the security is doing nothing to stop it.
Yeah.
And Sean's even like, look, guys, I'm trying to we're trying to honor the guy here, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So you fast forward. So Sean's already mad. And this is back and Sean will tell you, drugged up Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
So Shawn Michaels he's already perturbed because of that. They get through that. So we get to the main event. It's supposed to be, I think, that the biker gimmick guys. I won't call them the Disciples of the Apocalypse. I don't think that's what I think it was, like DOA or something like that. It was a biker gimmick.
Yeah.
And then we're going to wrestle Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Shawn Michaels gets out there and goes, "Stop throwing stuff." And they didn't stop throwing stuff. Shawn Michaels goes, "Because y'all won't stop throwing stuff," and I'm cleaning up his language. "Y'all just lost your main event." And threw the microphone down and walked off. And that's when it got hairy.
Yeah. That's when Arkansas fans are going to not be happy campers.
Yeah. And so I think somebody threw a chair in the ring and me and you left that fine establishment.
Yeah.
But I remember apparently a chair got set on fire and got thrown in the ring. It got pretty hairy.
Yeah. I remember it was on the news that night when we got home or whatever. Yeah, man, that was wild, man. That was definitely an Arkansas thing for sure.
Yeah, I remember Shane Lamb went and got it. Well, plus Stone Cold wasn't there, too.
Oh yeah,
so, Stone Cold was the draw. I remember Shane Lamb made some knockoffs because he went to the screen print and made them some knockoff Austin 316 shirts.
Oh really?
Yeah, for him and Eric King, and I think I don't know if Bridges or. I know y'all have no idea who that is, but me and Travis do, and it's our story. So
that's right. Well, Clint, that was crazy times. That's one of those that we can say we were there.
Well, and see what's crazy is like if that happened now, thered be video of it.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I don't know if you've been watching on they have Netflix. They have all those train wreck documentaries. They've got there's like Trainwreck, the Poop Cruise, Trainwreck, Woodstock '99.
Oh, I watched Woodstock '99.
Yeah, but there's a few of those. You need to do a documentary on this. It could be a 45-minute, or that's fine.
That's right, yeah.
And interview your boys.
That's right.
I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. The story that I just told is going to change. I'm going to be much more.
Right, yeah, it's going to be. It's right.
Going to be much more graphic.
Not only did the chair get thrown in on fire, but Clint went and sat in the chair.
Yeah, they went and sat in the chair while I was on fire and blew kisses at Chicana.
That's right. Yeah. All right. Well, Clint, first big thing we want to talk about is as far as Razorbacks go, is we had the MLB draft.
We did. A record number of Razorbacks were drafted, I believe, or tied a record. Was it 11?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see, 10 plus some that are on the team now that are not going to end up going. Probably.
Okay. Well, yeah. So they had, and then plus we've had some, like I know Logan Maxwell signed.
May have been 11.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have 10, 11. So, I mean, a huge number of Razorback draft. I believe the first one off the board was Mr. Gage Wood.
Yeah. It was the big surprise as far as Razorback fans go wasn't necessarily that Gage Wood went first to the Phillies, which that's a good spot for him to go. That's a good, they I don't know how they're doing this year, but they usually have a competitive team.
Yeah.
The slot value, I'm looking at bestofarkansassports.com. Okay, this is according to them. The slot value for him would be $3,492,000. Pretty good for an old boy from Batesville. Now, the surprise for Arkansas fans was Wahiva Aloy going pick 31. Was him lasting that long, and then the surprise was how many shortstops, especially even high school shortstops, went ahead of him. That was pretty surprising to everybody, especially Arkansas fans. The big knock on Wahiva Aloy is, Clint, his strikeout rate. And that's something that, he's a power hitter and he can hit to both sides of the field. You can't, you don't have to worry about him doing a shift on him. And defensively, he can hang, with anybody. But they're just worried about his high strikeout numbers, and that's why he went 31st. Now, 31st ain't bad. That's still
no. If you go on the first day of the draft, there's no sense of coming back to Arkansas.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be real. But yeah, I mean, 31st is a good spot. I mean, it's disappointing. But are you really going to be disappointed about being a first round pick in the MLB draft?
Yeah, well, it wasn't that disappointing. It's just the mainly thing is that the fact that so many shortstops went ahead of him. I mean, he was the best player in the nation,
Yeah, well,
and
Kevin Kopps was the best pitcher, and he went in the 4th round.
Yeah, that's true. Now, Zach Root and Charles Davalon were the next off the board. Went to the Dodgers. And they went back to back. 40 and 41st pick. Then Kristen Fouch went in the 5th round to the Red Sox, those dirty Red Sox.
The dirty Red Sox.
The 148th pick. 158th pick was Aiden Jimenez.
Yeah, I didn't realize that he was draft eligible. I hate to see him go.
Well, a lot of people thought that he wouldn't, like that he would go far enough down to where he would come back, but he ended up going, 5th round and going to the Royals, and I think that's high enough where he's going to stay in there.
Yeah. Well, no, you can't. I mean, really, you're not going to improve your draft stock that much.
No. Then next was Battle Cheese, went to Atlanta with the 187th pick in the 6th round. Brent Iredale went to the Pirates. The Pirates.
Or
Ben Bybee went to the Giants in the 8th round. Justin Thomas went to the Astros. Um, I don't know if he'll end up coming back. I kind of doubt it. I don't think he will. The
no,
way
I
they're
don't.
signing outfielders, I think he's gone, which I
Yeah,
think he could have used another year.
no, for sure.
Because I think he would have been our leadoff hitter this year. I think,
No, it had been there to see what he would have done with another year. So
yeah, I think he'd have been the leadoff hitter, and he would have had a good year this year. But he's getting his pro career started. Dylan Grego, the transfer portal commit, was drafted by the Padres, but he's going to stay at Arkansas. McLean Moody, a high school signee, went to the Pirates. Denton Biller, a JUCO signee, was drafted by the Orioles. He'll stay around. Parker Cole, the Brewers, he'll probably stay around. And Landon Schaefer went to the Phillies
yeah,
with a
it's crazy
611th
because
pick.
back in the day, the draft had so many freaking rounds.
Yeah.
They've really condensed it. Was it 15 rounds now? I believe.
Well, Landon Schaefer went in the 20th. So,
Oh, did they? Okay, yeah. It used to be
but I,
ridiculous.
I thought it was more like I thought it was more like 15, like you
Yeah.
said.
So,
But
so yeah, no, that's awesome, and that just it's weird because these kids will most likely not. I mean, it's a rarity they come up with the same team that drafts them. These guys in the minors are Capitals, and they've got are just Capital, and I see a lot of bus rides in your future, kids.
yeah.
So
Well,
enjoy the grind,
and I guess I think it caught what's interesting is right after Jimenez got picked up, Jimenez came from Oregon State, transferred to Arkansas. And right after he got picked up, Arkansas signed another pitcher out of the transfer portal from Oregon State, a guy that had, from what I've heard, similar stats as Jimenez.
yeah.
Wasn't a world beater, but also was pretty solid. He in his 1 year at Oregon State had like a 5 something ERA. Has a mid 90s fastball. Has a pretty good curve. I think needs to work on a third pitch from what I heard. He doesn't has a changeup, but not a great changeup, so he needs to get better at that. So probably be like Jimenez, won't be a weekend starter. More than likely, of course, Jimenez worked his way up to that, but more than likely, from what I've heard about him, won't be a weekend starter. Will be more of a middle reliever, or maybe a midweek starter, some things like that.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that weekend rotation is going to be new because all those guys are gone.
Yeah.
I mean,
But yeah, he'll have a chance to prove himself though, so you never know. So yeah, Dave Van Horn's, he's reloading.
Yeah, he's going to be he's reloaded. Trav, I know you're saying like the slot value jogged my memory on something I wanted to talk about, and we have in no way talked about it. But there's not a lot going on. But the NFL draft happened a long time ago, right, Travis?
Yeah, yeah.
And you know how many first round picks are unsigned?
Was it like, I don't know how many? One, Trey Harris, right?
No, Shamar Stewart.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and
defensive end out of Texas A&M,
and he's back at Texas A&M.
Yeah, they may go back to Texas A&M.
Yeah,
that's what's crazy. I guess these kids have agents nowadays.
But word is he's back there practicing.
Yeah,
at A&M.
But here's what's crazy, because I mean the slot has its value. Like it's pretty much they redid this. They did the NFL contracts to basically fix this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So Cincinnati's trying to put language in there that they could void the deal after 2 years.
Yeah.
No other team does this. It's never been done before.
Yeah.
Cincinnati's doing it. So is it fair or foul that he's able to do this?
Hey, it's a business, man. And the thing is, if he doesn't stand up to it, then other teams are going to try to do that. Cincinnati's probably just a test case on it. There's probably
Well,
other teams that are saying, "Go Cincinnati. Let's see if we can do this." Because if we
no,
get it,
no, I agree. Like, no, Cincinnati shouldn't be allowed to do this. I mean, that's the way the deals are done. That's the way it's written in the language. That's the way it is. You can void that 5th year. You can accept it. But he went through the draft. He went through all the process, went through all that. Should he be allowed to, like, go back to Texas A&M if he just...
Yeah, and that is a good question. I don't know if he should.
Well, I mean, this honestly is extenuating circumstances, but I'm going to use somebody like Quinn Ewers, for example.
Yeah.
Just saying. Yeah. So I think Quinn went in the 7th round, right?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. Yeah.
So Quinn went to all the draft. It's the 7th round. Now, if you're BYU, who just lost your starting quarterback,
yeah,
he's probably make more money playing at BYU than he would as the 7th round pick to the Miami Dolphins. I can't remember where he went to. I think it's Miami, but I could be way off. I probably am, and someone's probably screaming at their phone or something.
Yeah.
Like, Clint, you idiot. But then you could do that and go, oh, I didn't like my draft position. I'm just going to go play at BYU.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, look at Shadur Sanders. Just, the draft, he lost places because of how the draft process went. He could say, well, I'll go back. I'll get a couple million NIL money this year. And then I'll come back in and do the draft process again next year, and I'll be a 1st-round pick because I'll know what I did wrong, and I'll know the right things to say next time in the interviews to where maybe I won't get, you know what I mean? Like, and prove himself on the, he could go to,
it's a can of worms that it's going to have to be addressed because it's going to get, I mean, this could be getting open. I don't think, obviously what's happened to Shamir Stewart's not cool, but anyway.
I'll tell you something else that's crazy.
Sure.
A former Razorback is still playing football. I don't know if we hadn't talked about it on here. Jalen Catalon is still playing. Did you know that?
Yeah, didn't he go to Missouri?
Missouri.
He's at Missouri.
Yeah. He's he's got, I guess, another year to play there.
Like, yeah.
Played at Arkansas, played UNLV,
Texas,
and now Missouri.
Now the hated Mizzou Tigers.
Yep.
So,
well, and speaking of, we kind of got on football now. It's SEC Media Days going on right now.
Yeah.
And now, before we talk about Razorback stuff, one of the things, the first day, the talk of the whole thing, there's not a lot of stuff to talk about right now. That's one of the things the media is talking about Media Day is there's not a lot of drama. There's no, you have the, Manning mania, and that's about it. I mean, that's it. And he's not that controversial, so you don't have a Johnny Manziel. You don't have a, you don't have a, a Tim Tebow.
You don't have that must-see player.
Yeah, and you don't have Nick Saban. However, Nick Saban was still talk of the first day because someone came out, I don't know who it is, but there was talk of that someone said they think Nick Saban may be ready to come back to football. And so they were asking all the coaches, especially the coaches that were connected to Saban, like Lane Kiffin, what they thought about that. That if they thought that that Saban was gonna come back. What do you think? You think Saban's gonna come back?
Saban's enjoying, I think, what he's doing. And I don't think Saban wants to deal with the stress of the NIL and the transfer portal.
Well, what's funny is, my first thought on that was, oh Lord, somebody on Hog Sports or Hogville or one of the message boards has already put up Saban's going to come to Arkansas. But now, in our defense, in those crazy people's defense, did we ever think John Calipari was going to be at Arkansas?
Okay, yeah, no, you got a point. So Travis, let's hypothetically speaking, if Nick Saban was to come out of retirement,
yeah,
he would have his pick of any job.
Yeah.
Where do you think he ends up?
Well, the ones that most people are saying, because there's already been videos made and people saying ranking of where they think he'll end up.
I heard Florida State,
USC, Oklahoma.
I think he winds up in West Virginia. He goes home.
Think so?
Country roads, take him home.
Yeah, I think him and Belichick hang out in the mountains over there in the Appalachian Mountains.
I think he's enjoying College Game Day.
I think so too.
I think he's enjoying.
And I think Miss Terry enjoys him being on College Game Day instead of coaching too.
Yeah, well, there with the portal, and I sent you this in text form, and I hate to say it because I've never been a Petrino fan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm warming up to the idea of Petrino being head coach again. Now, hopefully Pittman works out, but it's just, with that being said, it's like it's not college football anymore.
Yeah,
it's not the same. It's not the amateurism is dead and gone. In the stuff that Sam Pittman was good at and that made you want him here was he was going to come nurture the kids and grow them. He's going to go build the relationships with the families and stuff like that and recruit the high school kids. That's what he's good at. That's not what the game's about anymore.
Yeah, but you still have to have some of that. I mean, that's one of the things that's coming out at the SEC Media Days. Kirby Smart and some of the others are saying we still have to, because you have to be able to build a team with all these new players. And so you have to be able to figure out the right kind of players to bring in. And you have to be able to get those players to gel. And I think that's what I still am against Petrino. As a head coach.
I'm thinking more. I'm for Pittman. I think Pittman's a football coach.
Well, I'll tell you one of the other things, Clinton, I was reminded of this before you sent that. I'd watched an interview with Dari Noka.
I watched the same interview
with Neighbors.
Yeah.
Do you remember what he said about him?
He said he doesn't like the way he treated people.
He said, I'm not the biggest fan because I know how he treated people. And he said, and I hope he has a good redemption story. Dari Noka's a good guy. And he said, but let's not forget that's what the media was telling us whenever, after the motorcycle deal, they were saying, look, he wasn't a good guy otherwise. It wasn't just the cheating on his wife and hiring somebody and all the other stuff. He was not a good guy. He treated media bad. Now players, DJ Williams and some of those guys, they'll talk about some good things about him, and they appreciated playing for him. They learned football from him, and there's no doubt about that. Okay. And so, and maybe he's changed, and he has, and everybody has a chance.
It ain't even that. It just, you don't need, I think that type of coach and that type of approach is what's going to succeed more in football than the.
Well, but see, Clint, I would argue he's never proven to have sustained success.
No, it's hard to argue with it.
He's caught lightning in a bottle a few times. He's been able to get some stud players in his first couple years at places, and then he peters out because he can't build relationships well enough to get good players in. Look, Arkansas was going to go on a downward swing. They wouldn't have been as bad after the motorcycle that year with Tyler Wilson and stuff if Petrino was here. I have no doubt that would have been a pretty good team.
It was going to be a down year too.
but the teams after that would have been going negative and negative and negative and negative because he wasn't recruiting right. He wasn't going to get Arkansas recruits because he had burned a lot of bridges with coaches in Arkansas. There was a lot of things. So,
but when you're playing Moneyball, maybe those relationships doesn't matter as much.
that's true. But
with that's
here's the deal. On this year, we have our second year with him at the helm, calling plays,
and I think he's great at that role.
Taylor Green.
Yeah.
So that being said, it's just way too early. We're not predicting anything just yet. What do you think the floor and the ceiling are for?
Okay, I mean, so
what's your feelings right now?
Yeah, Alabama A&M. You got to think that's a win, right?
Well, let's not go through the schedule just yet. We're not ready for that.
But no, I'm going in toss up. So you got Alabama and A&M. You got Arkansas State, and then we have what's the other? I know Notre Dame, but there's another give me game on there. Oh, you got to go to Memphis.
Yeah.
Which Memphis is not, from what I've heard, is not very good. But why we ever agreed to go play at Memphis, I have no idea. A floor, you realistically could always go winless in the SEC. I think we're just better than Mississippi State, who's on the schedule. Goodness gracious. I think a floor would be 4 wins. Just you get the 3, Mississippi State, you lose to Notre Dame, and it just doesn't happen. When I say ceiling, of course, this is every break goes right and everything goes right. This is not the project. So I got to say, do they have an unwinnable game on the schedule? A game that they play their best and we play our best. They play mediocre. We just can't win or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think at Texas is the only game that we should not and can't win.
Yeah.
I just, I think Texas is just better than us.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, most of the other teams with on our schedule have questions. They have question marks and, and so like Ole Miss doesn't know who their quarterback's going to be. Notre Dame's coming into town. I'm sure they've got a quarterback, but they're breaking in a new one.
Yeah.
And year 2 of Bobby Petrino offense, I would say a ceiling of 11 wins. I don't think they're going to get that.
Wow.
Well, okay. You're saying I'm saying ceiling. I'm saying there's 11 games on the schedule that we could win.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. You're going pie in the sky ceiling.
Pie in the sky scenario. I mean, we're going to go game by game later and pick it. But, I mean, Auburn's got questions. I mean, realistically, you're probably talking about 8 being a great year.
Yeah.
But there's 11. So I would say 4 and 8, with 11 being your pie in the sky. Every break goes right.
I would agree with you. I think 4 is the floor, 8's the ceiling for me. I think Vegas has us at 5.5, something like that. Is it 4.5 or 5.5?
I think it's 5.5.
I think 5.5 is a good. Like, I wouldn't bet on that because I think that's about where we'll be. And here's the deal, Clint. I was thinking about it. I have real concerns about a lot of things on this team. The defensive line, Cam Ball's awesome. But after him, I'm really not sure. I think Quincy Rhodes can be great.
Yeah.
But he's got some inconsistencies he's going to have to prove. And I just don't think he's no Landon Jackson. Okay. I mean, he's not.
Well, there's a time when Landon Jackson wasn't Landon Jackson.
Yeah. But even when Landon Jackson wasn't necessarily a stat cruncher, but Landon Jackson did things on every play that made our defensive line good. he contained, he had leverage on the end. He did all the things that a defensive end is supposed to do. And I don't see Quincy Rhodes doing those same things on a regular basis. Eric Gregory did that some last year. Eric Gregory was good at that. Eric Gregory wasn't a stat cruncher, but Eric Gregory was a solid defensive lineman. But anyway, now I got some hope in, some of the guys, but anyway, I'm not going to break down position by position, but receivers worry me, but the receivers could be awesome. We don't know. We really don't know what we got on that. I think Omega Blake could be really good. Watch some highlights of him. He could be really good. But we'll just have to see. But Clint, I was thinking about it. This is the least. Now, I'm a pretty positive guy normally. Like, I would always predict them to win more games than most anybody else.
Well, I picked them to go undefeated.
Yeah, you're probably the only person more positive than me on it. This is the least positive I've been that I can remember, and I was probably even more positive even in the Chad Morris era, Clint.
Well, you need to pick it up, Travis, because here's the thing, and I know this wasn't designed, and Travis being the dumps, and Clint try to bring us to life. Because here's the thing, I think this is the first time in a while that we've had an SEC offensive line.
I agree with you there, and that's where my hope is. Yeah,
we have an SEC offensive line,
and that's where my hope is for sure.
When you basically take if according to College Football 26, your best offensive lineman, and you move him for protecting the quarterback's blind side, move him inside because you have so much depth.
Yeah.
I think they're better at every position across the offensive line this year.
Well, and I think he's the only one picked. Isn't he the only one picked to be like all SEC or all American or something?
I don't really give a crap.
Carmona's, predicted to be.
But it's the SEC. I mean, the offensive line is going to be deep. Shaq hasn't played, but he's potential through the roof. He looks the part.
Well, and he's the one. He's the one that I'm still got a big question mark on, probably of anybody on the line. I think our center is an upgrade from last year.
Yeah,
he hasn't given up a sack in his college career. I think our left tackle is an upgrade. I think he's going to be better outside, and I think Carmona's going to be better inside.
And Marion Harris is fantastic.
And I think Marion Harris may end up winning the right tackle position.
Yeah.
If he'll at least be right guard. But
no,
if Shaq doesn't get the right tackle position, then Harris will get it.
No, I think Shaq will be right tackle and Harris will be right guard.
I think so too. But I'm just saying, if Shaq doesn't work out, it'll go to Harris and Blackstock or somebody like that. It'll be right guard.
And then you look behind him, you got Branham, who's got some experience. I thought he played great against Texas Tech. Mm-hmm. You got Blackenstock is going to be there. Edmondson's got some game experience. So you've got three guys just right there I've listed that have logged significant snaps. I know.
I think that's going to be a huge difference, and I'm anxious to see what that does for Green. But like I said, here's what, and I was trying to think about it, Clint, because I really did. Like, even in the Chad Morris days, I thought, okay, I don't expect us to do great, but I think if we I think we'll finally put things together and we could win this game, whatever. One of the reasons I always thought that, even in the Chad Morris era, was the teams we played wasn't as solid as the schedule we have now. Those were they were tough. It was SEC, but this schedule is dog tough, dude.
It is dog tough. Travis, let me ask you a question. And I've never asked this before. Now, obviously we got Green from Boise State.
Mm-hmm.
Just hypothetically speaking, we would have got Green from Louisville. Is part of what brings some of the negativity and Debbie Downerism about Taylor Green is that we got him from a Mountain West school.
Not at all. Not for me.
Okay. But I think to some
For me,
people,
the Debbie Downerism is the fact he missed our best receivers over and over again last year. Couldn't see them
yeah.
and didn't
Well,
throw to them.
you got to hope that the another year of Petrino does him some good.
And our biggest win we got, he was on the bench to win the game.
I mean, no, I get it, but he got
Malachi Singleton won that game at the end for us.
Yeah, well, they let him score, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, still, Malachi Singleton led that in last drive. So I mean, that's to me, that's the thing. I mean, that's the part where he still hasn't proven himself. Now, was that because the offensive line was so bad? He was being pressured all the time. Was that because it was first year in the offense? We'll see. We'll see. This is the year he's got to prove it. Like they've been talking about at the SEC Media Days, when he gets off the bus, he looks the part as an SEC stud quarterback. When you put his athleticism, his numbers, all that kind of stuff, he looks the part. Is he going to be the part? Is he going to go out there and do it? Is he going to make the decisions at the right times to do what he needs to do? That's what's got to be proven, because we can't afford to have him overlooking guys like he did Tesla and what was the tight end's name? Luke Haas last year. Those guys were too talented, and he just kept missing them over and over. They were wide open over and over and over again. But he could throw it. If Armstrong had two people on him, but Armstrong caught a lot with two people on him. And that's why he kept throwing to him. But anyway, well, Clint, at this time next week, we'll be able to talk about what Sam Pittman says tomorrow for SEC. Well, by the time most of y'all are watching this, it'll be Thursday probably. But what he says on SEC Media Day, what the players say. Were you surprised that Carmona didn't get to be one of the players at SEC Media Day?
Who all did he take?
Took Sorey, Green, and Cam Ball. You can't argue with those guys.
No, you can't argue. You can't argue with those. It's.
I mean, we're partial. We've had Carmona on here. He's a great talker. Maybe, some of the talk has been, because some on the radio up here, they've talked about, they were kind of surprised Carmona didn't, because he is like the highest rated player on the team, really,
Yeah.
As far as, but maybe so he didn't have to answer questions about the Texas Tech thing, the stomping thing or whatever, possibly. But he would have handled that with class.
Well, you got to think. You honestly got to think about it. You take your middle linebacker, you take your senior quarterback, your senior middle linebacker, your senior quarterback. They got to go.
Yeah.
So then you got to think it comes down between Cam Ball and Carmona, and to me, the tiebreaker would be Cam Ball has been a Razorback for 4 years.
Yeah.
And plus, where they're going to Atlanta, I mean, that's not that big of a treat. Or is it because it's not in Birmingham, is it?
No, it's in Atlanta, and that's where Cam Ball's from.
Yeah. So, I mean, see,
yeah. He's probably having some barbecue with his family.
Yeah, he probably is. They're having a good time. Having a ball barbecue.
He's a good man. We've had him on here a couple times too, and
a couple times.
Show favorite for sure. So well, Clint, guess what?
What's that?
Guess what? Tomorrow, I get to do my civic duty and start jury duty.
Yay!
Yeah, I can't wait. Yay.
No, you see, you'll go in there and actually try. I would say something offensive just to get kicked out of the jury.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'd be like, windmills cause.
Yeah. I thought about being really opinionated. But
did you know that you can get pink eye from an envelope?
Yeah.
I would just do weird stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm if I was really hoping, I got sworn in like before school was out, right? And I was really hoping they would call me up like in June. So I was out of school It wouldn't be in the way of anything. And I wouldn't have to miss work for it or anything like that. Of course, it's an excuse to miss work and everything. So, but still, I thought, hey, well, then they put me on a trial, and then we'll see. I think they're just picking people tomorrow and Friday, and then I don't know when the trial will start. But see, I start school next Wednesday.
So is it a capital? Is it what kind of trial is it? Is it
I don't know.
It's
in Hampton, Arkansas, Calhoun County. Okay.
So I would rather, I'm gonna be honest with you. Would you rather get stuck on like a civic? Like if you're gonna get stuck on a trial,
yeah.
It's horrible. Jury duty is horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, would you rather get stuck on like some kind of like civil trial, or would you rather do like a criminal murder trial, or would you rather do like the P. Diddy thing? What would you rather do, Travis?
I just want something interesting. I want something I can't talk about. I want I want to be like Toby on The Office. I want to, the Scranton Stranglers trial. That's what I want. I want to go get me some empanadas from a food truck. They don't have food trucks in Hampton, but still, I want to go get me some empanadas from the local food truck, and I want to write a book about the Scranton Strangler afterwards. That's what I want to do.
I forgot about that.
I just hope. Did you ever watch that reality show, Jury Duty?
Yeah, I did. That was fantastic.
Yeah, I just hope I'm not that guy. Like I hope.
They said old Martin was just so he was worried the guy was going to think he was a douche.
Yeah. That's what he was playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, Clint, it's good to be back, brother.
No, it's good to be back. What number is this? Like 2 something.
Yeah, I got to look it up, man. It's been 2 weeks. I hadn't seen it. It's like 204, 205, something like that. Something like that. Yeah. I'm going to have to look it up before I title it. So anyway, folks, like, share, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you think. What do you think the ceiling is? What do you think the floor is for the Hogs? We'll talk more about that as we get closer to the season. But what do you think it is? Do you think we're right? Is anyone else were you at the Barton Coliseum with us at that deal?
Should Netflix do a documentary on this and interview me and Travis?
They should. We'll make up all kinds of good stories for it.
All kinds of good stories.
And I'll let them. You won't believe them. I'll let them interview me on my front porch.
Yeah. And he won't even wear a shirt.
I might even wear a shirt.
No, don't do it.
It won't have sleeves on it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna go full Tiger King. I'm gonna do it in the bathtub.
That's right.
If you make this documentary
and
you interview me, I will do the interview in the bathtub. Completely new.
I'm calling Netflix as soon as we get off here. All right, folks. Thanks for listening, watching, all the things. Appreciate y'all. Have a great week. Go Hogs.
Blue Pig.
See you, Clint.
Sweat, work, filthy, dirt, harvest, hurt, kingdom come. Sweat, work, filthy, dirt, harvest, hurt, kingdom come. Listen, that's why I sweat when I work. My hands get filthy down in this dirt. Won't see no harvest till I hurt. Crying your kingdom come. Listen, I wake up in the morning, I bow my head to pray. Mama told me if I don't, ain't nothing gonna change. These prayers breaking up hard ground so I can sow the seed. In a